share of AMA. AMA, that is Aurangabad Management Association, which was established in 1977, and since then has been committed to enhance, committed to enhance and impart the platform for sharing of ideas, knowledge from accomplished and successful management professionals. If we talk about AMA's platform, people from diverse backgrounds, from businesses, from social backgrounds, from the world of culture, art, all have been here and have shared their candid sharings with all of us, and that is what makes AMA's Rare Share a rare event. As far as Rare Share is concerned, today when we celebrated 73rd session, in the past, this hall itself has witnessed lot of illustrated personalities coming here sharing their views. Today again we have one such personality with us who would be sharing his story and journey with us. However, before that, I'll request our chairman Shri C.P. Tripathi sir to welcome our today's guest Mr. Shri Pankaj Dube over the dais, and would also request our President Shri Satish Kagliwal ji and Dr. Sunil Deshpande to take their place over the dais. Friends, Aurangabad Management Association's Rare Share has become popular among the enterprising citizens of Aurangabad since quite some time now, and we, Aurangabad Management Association, are truly grateful to the citizens of Aurangabad for showering their support and their enthusiasm towards this event. It is your enthusiasm to attend such events that makes us take that effort to have really inviting people here to share their candid views with us, to share their success stories with us, so that Marathwada and people studying in this institute or around the city, around the region, pick up those learnings and make it big and make their mark in the world of business and success, not only in the country but outside country even. A little about today's guest speaker, Shri Pankaj Dube. He is an alumni of Allahabad University. He has done his MBA from Allahabad University, and he has done his graduation in subjects like economics, history and philosophy. So for me, that is an intriguing combination. Somebody having done his studies in humanities and then accomplishing a management career is something really all of you should vouch for. Okay. After completing his study, he has also completed lot of advanced leadership and management courses in premier B schools of both India and outside India. Having started his career from Aishar Mahal, he has worked for big organizations like Aishar, Intex, LML, Hero, and helmed various big businesses for them. He has vast experience of working with businesses of America, Europe and Japan. Having said that, apart from his business accomplishments, it is since few years he has started consulting startups across the country and outside even the country. His company provides holistic support and handholding for Indian and international startups. He is member of Atal Innovation Forum under the Niti Aayog of India, Government of India initiative, all of us know. About his awards and accolades, just to name a few, he has been featured in Top India 50 India Icon, Black Book of Top 100 Luxury Indian Intellectual Icon 2020, Pathbreaker CEO and Prayagraj Gaurav Samman, just to name a few. Without much ado, I'll invite him over the dais to share his story with us. However, before that, I'll request our chairman Shri C.P. Tripathi sir to present the floor of welcome to our today's speaker, Shri Pankaj Dube. With that, I request dignitaries on the dais to occupy their seat among the audience, but Mr. Dube to stay back and share his story with us.
With Tripathi sir being here as a chairman, and I would share more detail about my association with him during the course of the presentation. I have structured this meeting from a point of view of sharing with you some of the life principles that I've learned, and also then I've prepared few case studies where from a business point of view where the challenges came and what and I did and how I maneuvered. So those have been covered through this, and we'll share some of these learnings. Number one, if you hear the topic is like the headline is dream big with timelines. So that's the first learning that I had in my life, where I felt that whatever I want to achieve, if I put a date to it, the dreams get fulfilled. And if I don't attach a dream, it is still a dream. So I'll tell you two very interesting things. When I was in a college, I used to dream to become a head of sales and marketing as a GM marketing in 8 to 10 years time. And I appeared in a number of interviews. Most of the interviewer will reject me कि नहीं यार ये बहुत ambitious लड़का है, नहीं चाहिए. And then finally I got selected by a company called Escorts, where Tripathi sir was the vice president. He was the first one to appreciate my desire to grow in life. And I got my first opportunity where I told him that I want to become a head sales and marketing in 8 to 10 years time. And I later came to know through the senior person who was reporting to Tripathi sir and who was also in the interview board that he said that he's very ambitious, he may not be able to achieve this, because yes, it was tough in Escorts because every 3 years you can be promoted, and it takes about 16 to 18 levels to become general manager. So I was as junior as sales officer to reach to that level. But Tripathi sir told Sanjeev Mohan sir, who was the regional manager, my immediate reporting boss, that this guy would become more than that in the same time, just watch out. And I got blessed, and it was really motivating. Sir never told me this, but I got to know from my immediate boss. So that motivated me and really helped me. And then I learned that 8 to 10 years time, and in 5 years in Escorts, I got about 4 promotions. And the 5th promotion, I was not called for the interview. They said, you are very recently promoted, so you are not eligible. So you will be eligible next time. And so I waited outside the room. When all the interview was completed, I entered the room. And I said, sir, I think I am eligible. Please take my interview. And there was Gulmani sir who took my interview, and there was a board sitting there. They tried to console me, the next opportunity we will consider, this is already decided and all of that. So I decided to leave that and join Hero Motors, who gave me the opportunity of becoming a deputy general manager. And I joined there, and 2 years time I became head sales and marketing. So my first dream got achieved in 7 years instead of 8 to 10 years. The second dream that I was, like when I was a student, like in the school, I was the school vice captain, and I used to walk around as carrying the flag. So वहाँ से announcement होती थी that this guy is very good in XYZ, but they will also say something which is that he's a great singer. One day he'll become like Kishore Kumar. And I used to feel very happy, and I said कि हाँ किसी दिन हम कुछ करेंगे बड़ा और एक singer बनेंगे. But I didn't put a date. So not many of you will know about my singing abilities, but I'll try to share. I'll sing something for you so that you understand that I was capable. But here I'm just sharing with you, dreams with timelines gets achieved, dreams with no timelines doesn't get achieved. But now I put a date to it, to sing in a Bollywood film by 2024. This is just next 2 years left for me. So that's my dream. This is a brief background. I belong to Varanasi, born and brought up there, and also in Allahabad. And my father was a government employee. He was a regional manager with UP State Road Transport Corporation, and a very honest guy. So I learned a lot of good things from him, that honesty is very important and why honesty is important. So those life lessons which got stuck with me and really helped me in the corporate world as well. My wife, who's shortly going to come here, is who supported me to become whatever I am today, and my 2 daughters who are my luck. So I'll share more about that in the next slides. So what is very important to succeed, I just try to summarize which are the top few points. And accepting change, because world keeps changing. You must have seen the kind of changes that we've seen in the last 3 years have been very horrifying. But then how do you accept that, and change would decide about your success. Innovation is very important. What you are doing innovation is also very critical. And then is learning from the past. Very critical, whatever you have done in the past, whether you succeeded or you failed, what is the learning from there? Keeping positive and being fearless. Now, sometimes you have to take the challenge and go ahead and be fearless in whatever decisions you are taking. So I'll say about accepting change. Number one, you see a Nokia phone and you say a smartphone which is going to come in the future. We are halfway there to what we have displayed here. Change is happening. There is another change from what the fuel that you see on the road, polluting vehicles, to a new vehicles, maybe electric vehicles with solar power. All of those will come. So how do you change yourself? Because you are in a component manufacturing company, you are making engines, and now you see that there will be no engines tomorrow. So what you will do? So this is a huge change that's going to come, and you have to adapt to this change. But a person who is positive and is looking at the alternate options will still be successful. Now here comes my first this like a soft skills, which is like respecting self, respecting guru, and respecting woman. Even if you don't respect yourself, you cannot grow in life. That is what I feel. If you say that I am a bad person, you can't grow. If you say that I am less capable, I am not capable enough to achieve this, you will not achieve. So very critical and important is to respect yourself. And I'll sing two lines for you if you agree that I can sing. I'll use my singing abilities here. हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करे, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद की जय करे, हमको मन की शक्ति देना. So I built this in so that you can remember कि आप दूसरों को अगर respect कर रहे हो उसके पहले अगर खुद को नहीं करोगे तो you will not even respect the other person or the feelings will also not transfer. So very important tool that you should self respect. बहुत अच्छे हैं आप फेल हो गए फिर भी अच्छे हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि आपने अब सक्सेस के लिए आप तैयार हो गए हैं. So always you have to think like this. Respecting guru, very important. The first guru is the mother, जो आपको सब कुछ सिखाती है. क्या से खाना है, क्या करना है, बेसिक चीजें सिखाती हैं. आपके फादर, और उसके बाद आपके कोलीग्स, उसके बाद आपके कॉलेज में, स्कूल में टीचर, फिर कॉर्पोरेट गुरु में त्रिपाठी सर जैसे लोग आपको गाइड करते हैं, आपकी लाइफ बनाते हैं, आपको उनकी छोटी सी डायरेक्शन आपको पूरा चेंज कर देती है पर्सनालिटी को. तो ये गुरु का बहुत बड़ा रोल होता है और गुरु से हमेशा सीखना चाहिए और रिस्पेक्ट करनी चाहिए. अब क्योंकि यहाँ बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट हैं, आई वांट टू आस्क यू, एनीबडी हैज fear of mathematics? Please raise your hand. इंटेलिजेंट बच्चे हैं यहाँ पे खाली 30% है, या तो तुम लोग जानबूझ के यहाँ दिखा रहे हो. But about 30%. You know, my first job after I passed my 12th class was being a tutor, home tutor, and I used to challenge the students जो कि prelims में फेल हो जाते थे कि उनको डिस्टिंक्शन ले आके दूंगा 3 महीने के अंदर from 25-30 score to 75-80. And you know how? By this principle. गुरु की रिस्पेक्ट. मैं जब जाता था बच्चों के पास पढ़ाने के लिए, जो फेल हो चुके होते थे उनसे से पहले दोस्ती करता था. उनको बोलता था किताब को हाथ मत लगाओ, let's play together. So I used to play with him, be friends with him. और 3-4 दिन, एक हफ्ते वो पेरेंट्स परेशान हो रहे थे, ये आते हैं चेस खेलते हैं चले जाते हैं, कैरम बोर्ड खेलते हैं चले जाते हैं. And I used to just maintain that relation. और उसमें वो मेरा दोस्त हो जाता था, फ्रेंड होता था. फिर मैं उसको वही प्रिंसिपल और वही बेसिक्स पढ़ाता था जो कि बाकी लोग उसको पढ़ाते रहते थे. लेकिन नाउ बिकॉज ही वाज वेरी फ्रेंडली विद मी, ही विल रिस्पेक्ट मी एंड लिसन टू मी एवरीथिंग दैट आई एम टीचिंग. एंड देन आई विल ऑप्टिमिस्टिकली गाइड हिम. कोई भी मिस्टेक होगी तो अच्छा नहीं ऐसा हो गया, बहुत ही अच्छे लाइट वे में, एंड देन ही वुड स्कोर. जस्ट दिस सिंपल. सेम रूल्स हैं, सेम प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, बुक्स में लिखे हैं, लेकिन फियर. अब आपको मैं बताता हूँ, आपकी जितने भी नंबर आपके मार्कशीट्स में आप देखोगे, रिमेंबर करोगे, जिस टीचर को आप रिस्पेक्ट करते थे उसमें नंबर ज्यादा मिलेंगे और जिस टीचर से आपको डर लगता था उसमें नंबर कम मिलेंगे. डायरेक्ट कोरिलेशन है. और आपको अच्छे नंबर कैसे लाने हैं? सिर्फ उस गुरु की रिस्पेक्ट करना शुरू कर दो. स्टार्ट लविंग दैट टीचर. मैथ्स के टीचर, बायोलॉजी के टीचर, आप उनको लव करो. आपको हेटरेट होगी, आपको डरते होगे उससे, लेकिन फिगर आउट व्हाट इज, एवरीबॉडी हैज स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकनेस. उनकी स्ट्रेंथ पे फोकस करो, वीकनेस पे नहीं. उनकी स्ट्रेंथ पे फोकस करके रिस्पेक्ट करोगे, यू विल सी दैट happening in your mark sheet itself. Forget about word में क्या होगा. तो आपके लाइफ की प्रिंसिपल है रिस्पेक्ट गुरु, और उनके साथ कनेक्शन बनाओगे तो मार्क शीट से लेकर आपकी लाइफ में हेल्प होगा. नेक्स्ट, अभी मैंने आपको रिस्पेक्ट के बारे में बताया, बट रिस्पेक्ट आपको पूरा रिस्पेक्ट करना है, अपने पास पे भी रिस्पेक्ट करनी है. आपका जो कल्चर है, आपकी जो संस्कृति है इतनी रिच है, हमें पता ही नहीं, हम भूल गए हैं, हम एप कर रहे हैं वेस्ट को, लेकिन वेस्ट हमारी चीजों को कॉपी कर रहा है. आज वर्ल्ड में रिसर्च चल रही है प्राणायाम के ऊपर अमेरिका में, फास्टिंग के ऊपर अमेरिका में, वो हमें बता रहे हैं. आज जो नए नए एलोन मस्क एक विमान बनाया उसने, स्पेस क्राफ्ट ड्रैगन, बिल्कुल कॉपी है हमारे विमान का, विमान शास्त्र में. फोटो भी आप कैप्चर करके मैंने आई थिंक आगे मैंने दिखाई होगी, शायद मैं दिखा भी दूंगा, और अदरवाइज यू कैन जस्ट गो इन गूगल इट, यू विल फाइंड. तो अपने जो पास्ट है उसको रिस्पेक्ट करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. कंपैशन एंड ग्रेटिट्यूड हमारे यहाँ सिखाया गया है हर जगह पे कि यू हैव टू बी कंपैशनेट. इसलिए आप देखोगे हिंदुस्तान एक ऐसी जगह है, पूरे वर्ल्ड में कहीं नहीं मिलेगा जहाँ पे जानवर फ्रीली घूम रहे हैं, आराम से सड़कों पे घूम रहे हैं, और सब जगह. क्यों? क्योंकि वी हैव कंपैशन टुवर्ड्स इवन एनिमल्स. हर भगवान के साथ एक एनिमल जुड़ा हुआ है, चूहे से लेकर के शेर तक. सो यू हैव टू रिस्पेक्ट, and that is what the culture you have to respect, where you have been taught ecological system. Do you know that rain happens because of trees? If there is no tree, there will be no rain. अगर आपको कहीं पे रेन बढ़ानी है तो ट्रीज बढ़ा दो. और दूसरी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है कि आपका जो लंग्स है, आप क्या करते हो? इनहेल ऑक्सीजन, आप क्या एक्सहेल करते हो? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. प्लांट्स उसका रिवर्स करता है. तो अगर प्लांट कम होंगे तो आप अपने लंग्स को ही काट रहे हो, एक एक्सटेंडेड लंग्स है आपका. सो यू हैव टू, दीज आर ऑल थिंग्स दैट हैव बीन टॉट इन अ वेरी स्टोरी फॉर्म में, कि आपको पेड़ों पे पूजा करनी चाहिए. मंगलवार को इस पे करो, शनिवार को इस पे करो, थर्सडे को इस पे करो, केले की पूजा करो, तुलसी का पेड़ की पूजा करो. ये सब बहुत साइंटिफिक है. वी हैव टू रिस्पेक्ट व्हाट हैज बीन टॉट टू अस एंड यू विल लर्न दीज थिंग्स. फीडिंग, सात्विक फूड, हमारे ऋषि मुनि क्या खाते थे? अगर उनको देखो, उनकी लाइफ स्पैन वाज ह्यूज. Now there is research happening in the world where people are saying that some of the people who were born after 1950s and 60s will survive for 150 years. If COVID का फॉर्मेट नहीं आता है कुछ, तो अगर नॉर्मल लाइफ चलती है तो आप 150 years तक अलाइव हो सकते हो. Some cases it is professed that maybe you will be living 200 years old. Some of the people who are born in 2000 and 1990, imagine they can live for 200 years. But you will only be able to do so if you don't have ailments. If you have diabetes, if you have heart failure, cholesterol high, all these problems, then probably your life will be short. But if you maintain जो हमारे scriptures में लिखा हुआ है, you will really be a very long life you will have. And you know, very important thing is कि हमारे यहाँ पे astrology बहुत बड़ा role play करती है. You know, how many of you don't believe it? Please raise the hand. So there are very few people who are saying no. Huh? अच्छा, now I want to ask a question. How many of you are non-vegetarian? Please raise your hand. Non-vegetarian, it's about 40%. Okay, please don't put your hand down. Please keep it up. Huh? Now my next question is, please raise your hand. अभी कम है. सब लोग खड़े करो. हाँ. Now you tell me that how many of you eat non-veg on Tuesday? 70% हाथ नीचे आ गया ना. You know why? Because of astrology. Because I've been taught. मंगलवार को भगवान नाराज हो जाते हैं, नहीं करना है आपने. सो दीज आर थिंग्स. माय वाइफ इज हियर, वेलकम. सो हमारे यहाँ पे जो हमारे स्क्रिप्चर्स हैं, रामायण, महाभारत, आप देखो हर जगह पे पूरे इसके हिस्टोरिकल एविडेंस मिलेंगे. राम सेतु से लेकर के श्रीलंका में जाओगे, नेपाल में जाओगे, वहाँ पे you will find evidences of that. Now if you respect, you will learn and you will grow in life. You will learn a lot of things. If you find out कि पुष्पक विमान में कौन सा फ्यूल यूज होता था, और अगर हम वो यूज करने लगे अपने फ्यूल में, तो हमारा बैलेंस ऑफ ट्रेड वो खत्म हो जाएगा. ऑयल इंपोर्ट नहीं करना पड़ेगा. जस्ट बाय वन इन्वेंशन we would be like, you know, debt free. We will have the surplus funds and we will be like सोने की चिड़िया again. So like that, small things if you do, but you have to respect your past. ये बहुत पावरफुल टूल है, थॉट वर्ड्स एक्शन. सबने सुना होगा इसको कि थॉट्स कन्वर्ट्स इनटू डेस्टिनी. बट इसमें मैं आपको एम्फसाइज करना चाहता हूँ कि थॉट्स इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय ओनली यू, द पर्सन सिटिंग इन योर चेयर, नॉट द नेक्स्ट पर्सन. आपकी थॉट क्या है और आपके वर्ड्स क्या आप बोलते हो और आपके एक्शंस क्या हैं, अगर ये सिंक पे आ जाएं तो एनीथिंग यू कैन कन्वर्ट एंड यू कैन टर्न इनटू अ रियलिटी। और अगर आपके थॉट्स नेगेटिव हैं और अगर आपके थॉट पॉजिटिव हैं तो बहुत फर्क पड़ता है इससे। और थॉट्स को कौन कर रहा है नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव? हम खुद ही कर रहे हैं। हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू बिलीव दैट कि हमारी थॉट्स बहुत नेगेटिव और हम नेगेटिव की तरफ ज्यादा जाते हैं? कैन यू रेज हैंड्स? वेरी फ्यू। ओके, नाउ आई विल प्रूव टू यू दैट everybody will agree कि हाँ हमारा thoughts negative की तरफ जाता है। So I'll give you a table of 2. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, 2 fours are 8, 2 fives are 10, 2 sixes are 12, 2 sevens are 14, 2 eights are 16, 2 nines are 17, 2 tens are 20. कहाँ गया दिमाग आपका? 9 out of 10, 90% नंबर मिले मुझे तो, but your mind was only stuck at 70. नेगेटिव होता है पॉजिटिव होता है? माइंड नेगेटिव होता है, वो नेगेटिव चीज को सबसे पहले पकड़ता है, एंड दैट इज वेयर यू हैव टू ट्रेन योर माइंड टू बी पॉजिटिव। ये है नेगेटिव, कोई बात नहीं यार, इतने बड़े आदमी आए, हो सकता है स्लिप को टंग हो गया होगा, लेकिन ये माइंड है, ये माइंड आपका ऐसे ही है, आप हर जगह पर नेगेटिव चीज फर्स्ट देखते हो, और आपको ट्रेनिंग देनी अपने आप को टू थिंक पॉजिटिव। नेक्स्ट, अनदर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन एन ऑर्डिनरी पर्सन एंड एन एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी पर्सन इज दैट वर्ड एक्स्ट्रा। What are you doing extra? आप अपनी कंपनी स्टार्ट कर रहे हो, आप अपने एग्जाम्स दे रहे हो, आप क्या एक्स्ट्रा दे रहे हो? आप रेस में पार्टिसिपेट करने जा रहे हो, 100 मीटर रेस में, आप बॉक्सिंग करने जा रहे हो, आपके पास क्या एक्स्ट्रा है जो आपके ओपोनेंट के पास नहीं है? जब तक आप ये एक्स्ट्रा नहीं डालोगे अपने प्लान के अंदर में, तब तक आप एक्स्ट्रा नहीं बनोगे, आप ज्यादा सक्सेसफुल नहीं होंगे। तो इसलिए हमेशा ये सोचना है कि मेरा प्लान तो बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन इसमें एक्स्ट्रा क्या है मेरे पास? आपने बहुत अच्छा स्टार्टअप बनाया, लेकिन ये नहीं सोचा कि इसमें एक्स्ट्रा क्या डालना है, तो आप ऑर्डिनरी की तरह रह जाओगे। अगर आपने उसमें सोचा मैं कुछ इनोवेशन करता हूँ, कुछ एक्स्ट्रा करता हूँ, देन देयर इज अ प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट यू विल बी मोर सक्सेसफुल। ये मैंने अपने कि से आपने अपनी ट्रस्ट बनाया अपने ऊपर, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि, मतलब आई एम द मोस्ट पावरफुल पर्सन। आप इतनी रिस्पेक्ट करो कि आपको लगे आप ही भगवान बन गए, आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो। ऐसी पावर अगर आपके अंदर में आती है कि आप कुछ भी करना चाहो वो अचीव कर सकते हो, वो तभी आएगी जब आप अपने आप को सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट करोगे, नेक्स्ट पे जाओगे। फर्स्ट स्लाइड में जो पहला पिक्चर आपको दिख रहा है प्लस और नेगेटिव, वो जब ये शो करता है कि जिस चीज पे आप फोकस करो वो बढ़ जाएगी। इफ यू स्टार्ट सीइंग नेगेटिव कि मैं इस इंस्टीट्यूट में आया, यहाँ ये खराब है, यहाँ ये खराब है, तो आपको नेगेटिविटी ज्यादा दिखाई देगी। और अगर आप यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव देखोगे तो वो भी बढ़ जाएगी, वाह कितना अच्छा इंस्टीट्यूट है, रेयर शेयर ऑर्गेनाइज करता है, तो यू विल बी पॉजिटिव। सो दिस इज वेयर यू हैव टू train your thoughts to think on the positive side, because or whatever you will think it will grow, it's your choice, negative grow करना है, positive grow करना है। second is never give up, so you have to never give up, चाहे कितना भी failure आ जाए, हार नहीं माननी है, लगे रहना, ये नहीं हुआ सक्सेस वो सक्सेस होगा। एग्जाम्पल्स बहुत सारे हैं, you all know that। also the biggest disease in the world is कि क्या कहेंगे लोग अगर मैंने ऐसे कर दिया, ये साहब को तो लेक्चर में बुलाया था, आगे गाने सुना रहे हैं। So you start feeling that नहीं, you should not worry, you have the capability, you can do whatever you want। आप कहीं पढ़ने आए हैं, आप अपने जहाँ से आए हैं, बहुत दूर से पढ़ने आए हैं इस कॉलेज के अंदर में, जब आपने बोला मैं पढ़ने जा रहा हूँ, तो आपके पेरेंट्स ने बोला क्यों, हमारे शहर में कॉलेज खत्म हो गया, तुम वहाँ पढ़ने जा रहे हो? Somebody will say that oh business management लड़कियों को करने की क्या जरूरत है, इंजीनियरिंग क्यों कर रहे हो तुम? बहुत सारे क्रिटिसिज्म लाइफ में आते हैं, उनको ओवरकम करना पड़ता है और उसको ग्रो करना पड़ता है। Should I sing 2 lines again to prove this? कुछ भी जगत की ऐसी है, हर एक सुबह की शाम हुई, तू कौन है, तेरा नाम है क्या, सीता भी यहाँ बदनाम हुई, फिर क्यों संसार की बातों से भीग गए तेरे नैना, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना। अगर आपको कोई क्रिटिसाइज करेगा तो आप क्या करोगे? आप बोलोगे ठीक है मैं छोड़ देता हूँ अपना प्लान, और या आप ये कह सकते हो कि कोई बात नहीं, मैं इसको प्रूव करके दिखाऊंगा कि मैं सक्सेसफुल होऊंगा। मोस्ट ऑफ यू मस्ट हैव डन दैट, दैट्स व्हाई यू आर सिटिंग इन दिस हॉल। सो हमेशा अपने आप को क्रिटिसिज्म में 2 थिंग्स, आइदर द क्रिटिसिज्म इज राइट और द क्रिटिसिज्म इज रॉन्ग। अगर क्रिटिसिज्म राइट है तो चेंज योरसेल्फ. क्रिटिसिज्म बेकार नहीं है, क्रिटिसिज्म राइट भी हो सकती है, तो उससे अपने प्लान को स्ट्रांग बनाओ. जो कह रहे हैं कि ये बहुत बेकार प्लान है, इंप्रूव योर प्लान. और अगर वो ऐसा लगता है कि वो खाली फॉर द सेक ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म है, जेलसी की वजह से है, तो देन यू इग्नोर इट एंड मूव अहेड विद योर प्लान. नेक्स्ट. So this is a very powerful, again, you know, everybody tells you willpower बनाओ, passionate होना चाहिए, belief होना चाहिए अपने ऊपर, attitude बनाओ. तो मैं आपको एक बहुत सिंपल टेक्निक बताता हूँ विल पावर बढ़ाने की, विच आई फाउंड आउट. जैसे हमारे 5 सेंसेस हैं और उसमें से एक सेंस है टेस्ट का. अब मैं एक चीज़ को अगर कंट्रोल करता हूँ तो मेरे 5 सेंस उस पर भी कंट्रोल डेवलप होते हैं. मैं किसी अगर मैं एक सेंस को कंट्रोल करता हूँ, मेरे 5 सेंस कंट्रोल हो रहे हैं, तो फिर मेरी और भी बहुत सारी चीज़ों में हेल्प होता है, मुझे कंट्रोल डेवलप होता है. सो मैंने अपनी लाइफ में फास्टिंग शुरू करी. जब मैं स्टूडेंट था तो मैं हफ्ते में 1 दिन करता था, फिर 2 दिन शुरू किया, अब मैं महीने में 15 दिन फास्टिंग करता हूँ. और अब बहुत सारी चीज़ें ऐसे कि मॉर्निंग में भी कुछ नहीं खाता, फ्रूट्स खाते हैं कम से कम. तो इनटेक कम करके उसमें क्या होता है दैट आई लव फूड एंड आई एम नॉट ईटिंग इट. सो व्हाट हैपेंस, आई डेवलप कॉन्फिडेंस दैट व्हाटएवर आई स्टेट आई कैन डू इट एक्चुअली. मैंने नॉन वेजिटेरियन हो गए, प्याज लहसुन नहीं खाते, वेगन हो गए, दूध छोड़ दिया. द हाउ मच विल पावर आई हैव गेट्स एनहांस्ड बाय मेकिंग अ थॉट, स्टेटिंग, वर्ड्स में एक्सप्रेस किया और एक्शन फॉलो कर लिया उसको. देन योर विल पावर गेट्स इंक्रीज. नाउ इट्स अ फैक्ट दैट अगर आपकी विल पावर एक एरिया में बढ़ती है तो दूसरे में भी बढ़ती है. तो वही चीज जब आप यहाँ पे करते हो तो टुमारो इफ यू स्टार्ट अ कंपनी और यू मेक अ विल पावर के साथ में मैं ये करूंगा, वहां पे भी आप उतनी ही दृढ़ता के साथ उसको अचीव कर पाओगे. नाउ आई विल गो टू द बिजनेस पार्ट ऑफ इट. सो आई विल टेल यू अबाउट अ बिजनेस केस, Yamaha, where I joined at a time when the company was about to close. There was an Economic Times article stating that Yamaha to shut shop in India, and joined there. This was the graph. 40% market share and came down to almost 1.5% when I joined. And I studied that why it has not been successful and what I did. And this is a consistent, like you imagine that this is a period of about 20 years, and for 20 years how many heads will come and go, but the market share was going dipping and dipping and dipping. So when I joined, every day on my table there will be resignations coming in from dealers, from employees. Everybody is resigning, and I'm just going and meeting them. Why you are resigning? This is, I am going to turn this around, but the dealer will not believe that, and they will leave the company. There was one dealer, very interesting example. Now I went to him. He said, "Sir, देखो आप ऐसी बातें कर रहे हो, ऐसा कुछ होगा नहीं. यहाँ पे जो MD की बिजनेस हेड की जो लाइफ है ना, वो 6 months की है. 6 महीने से ज़्यादा टिकता नहीं. आप भी 6 महीने बाद चले जाओगे. सर एंजॉय करो 6 महीने, क्यों टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हो अपना." मैंने बोला नहीं भाई, ऐसा नहीं होता. मैंने उसको एक जोक सुनाया. मैंने कहा यार एक लड़की की शादी हुई, वो अपने हस्बैंड के घर गई, तो वहाँ पे उसने बोला ये इतनी सारी टोपियाँ क्यों लगी हुई है. तो उसने बोला ये सब ना वहाँ दुपट्टे टंगे हुए थे. तो बोला ये सारे दुपट्टे क्यों टंगे हुए हैं. तो उसने बोला कि ये दुपट्टे ना पुरानी बीवियों के हैं, अब तुम्हारा भी एक दिन यहीं पे दुपट्टा टांगूंगा. तो उसकी वाइफ ने बोला भूल जाओ, अब यहाँ पे मैं टोपियाँ लगाऊंगी. So I cracked him, and actually it became a reality कि मैंने जब वहाँ ज्वाइन किया तो मैंने तो 4 साल में कंपनी की कायाकल्प की, लेकिन उस 4 साल में 4 MD चेंज हो गए मेरे. So Yamaha में जब हमने स्टडी किया, ये बड़ा डिटेल है, so I'll not go into too much of a detail, but I studied why it did not do well, what were the factors. Probably it requires about 1 hour each to really explain and go into the depth. But I understood one basic thing, that the company has a brand image, like you and I have an image कि ये ऐसे हैं, ऐसे ही काम करेंगे. तो हमें जैसे उनकी पर्सनालिटी, मुझे पता है कि जहाँ पे त्रिपाठी साहब रहेंगे चीज़ें ऑर्गेनाइज हो जाएंगी, समथिंग एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी होगा, तो बढ़िया से काम हो रहा होगा. तो वो उनकी इमेज है, वो ब्रांड इमेज है. ऐसे ही कंपनी की भी इमेज होती है. तो यामाहा की इमेज थी ग्रेट प्रोडक्ट्स, बड़ी एक्साइटिंग प्रोडक्ट्स हैं. एंड सडनली द कंपनी स्टार्ट कॉपीइंग हीरो होंडा. फिर इट शट इट फॉरगेट आया, उनका मार्केट शेयर बढ़ रहा था, इनका डिक्लाइन हो रहा था, इन्होंने उसको कॉपी शुरू किया. And then copy is never better than the original. So always company was declining. Now I went there and studied all of this and made a huge changes in the product offering. Next. So here it is, John Abraham. Unfortunately, I cannot play this video, but it's there on YouTube, where John Abraham went on live NDTV to share good things about me. अभी तो चल नहीं रहा, मैं कुछ भी बोल सकता हूँ, हाँ. But he said that I'm very happy with the management and they are doing great job and all of that. Next. Now come to the second part. I went to this company called Polaris. Polaris was an American company, and American company which is a Fortune 500 company. They make snow scooters, all-terrain vehicles, great leaders globally. But in India there was no industry. Forget about that we can have some very great ideas of market share. There was no industry. How to create the industry? There was a challenge. So we thought about some great ideas and we implemented that in Auto Expo. And this is the track where we said, okay, let's do some great innovation. What we did, Auto Expo में जाते हैं तो क्या होता है कि वहाँ पे खाली प्रोडक्ट डिस्प्ले होते हैं. We said नहीं हमारा प्रोडक्ट तो यूनिक है, अगर हम डिस्प्ले करेंगे तो किसी की समझ में नहीं आएगा कर क्या सकता है. So let's have a ride. So लोगों ने बोला कि ये सर ये तो ऑटो एक्सपो वाले अलाउ ही नहीं करेंगे, राइड तो अलाउड ही नहीं है. So क्रिटिसिज्म और सेइंग कि नहीं हो सकता. And I said नहीं यार इतने सालों से चार हैं हमारा जो है उनके साथ दोस्ती कर रखी, किस दिन काम आएगी, चलो चलते हैं उनसे बात करते हैं. I went and spoke to them management and they agreed. When we started and we went to Americans कि भाई हमें यहाँ पे ना ऑटो एक्सपो में we want to display this, instead of display we want to create a track. They said 20,000 square feet का space चाहिए होगा. 20,000 we didn't have the necessary budget to execute this. We said, sir, we have to do in 5,000. American said, it's not possible. Don't try to attempt it. But अपने तो दिमाग में कीड़ा था कि नहीं करना है. So we went and hired few very intelligent engineers and we got them together to say, okay. So we created this track in 5,000 square feet and we gave, instead of a display, a ride to people and it became a huge hit. There was like a success. You can see the line there on the corner. It was just a 1 minute ride and people used to wait for half an hour, 1 hour to get the ride. इतना सक्सेसफुल हुआ. बट एट द एंड ऑफ इट द रिजल्ट वाज दैट देयर वाज जीरो सेल्स. सबने बोला वाह बड़ा मजा आया लेकिन सेल नहीं हुई. नाउ व्हाट इज देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ प्रेशर ऑन नेक्स्ट. दिस इज वेयर we created this very unique concept, Polaris Experience Zone, where we said okay, everybody who we gave a ride, they said life की सबसे अच्छी राइड है, मजा आ गया, मस्ती हो गई, बहुत ही बढ़िया है, लेकिन वो खरीद नहीं रहे. लेकिन क्या हम ऐसे लोगों को कर सकते हैं जो खरीद लें और ये राइड्स कराते रहे और जो मजा आ रहा है लोगों को और लोगों को मजा दें, और क्या ये बिजनेस प्रॉफिटेबल हो सकता है? वी वर्कड ऑन अ मैथ्स शीट, अपना एक्सेल शीट बनाया, उसमें सारा वर्कआउट किया, बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा था. 2-4 लोगों को एग्री कराया, 50 लोग एग्री कर गए और उन्होंने जब बिजनेस किया एवरीबडी स्टार्टेड हैविंग ROI ऑफ 1 year 8 months, सारे पैसे वापस और प्रॉफिट ही प्रॉफिट. नाउ दिस बिकेम अ ग्रेट हिट. वी हैड अबाउट 100 ऑफ दीज एक्सपीरियंस जोन ऑल ओवर द कंट्री एंड अमेरिकन्स कॉपीड देयर्स एंड दे सेड दैट कि ये जो कंसेप्ट है, this concept we can copy in any part of the world. The president थे वहाँ पे बेनेट मॉर्गन, उन्होंने ये बोला कि whatever you have done is remarkable and we can now open any market. जो कि जहाँ पे कोई zero market है वहाँ पे start करने के लिए this is the technique. And they started and later on Polaris Experience Zone started in by Polaris globally as well. Next. We also focused on defense. Now how do you create a market? So we said ये तो हो गया हमारा ये market, but can we get into the defense? So we from the start only I went to various Polaris destinations like Australia, China, America to understand कि वो वहाँ पे कैसे sell करते हैं, किस में market है. And I realized कि defense की market बहुत कम है वहाँ पे. But I came back and I said नहीं, we have to start defense right from the beginning because the defense forces requires these products, and we made it and it became very successful. We got who's and who's of the country sit on the vehicle, right from Narendra Modi ji, the defense minister, home minister Rajnath Singh, almost most of the chief minister I could get them to ride along with me and show them the capabilities. And the Gujarat was the first police that inducted our product, and then later on army, paramilitary forces also started buying, and Polaris gained a lot through this initiative. And one of the generals once said Polaris is a lifeline of army in a very sensitive area. He mentioned, I'm not sharing that because it's very sensitive, but he made that Polaris is a lifeline of our Indian Army in this area. Next. So now Polaris was a leader in off-road, and we said that can we do an innovation? Can we make something which is very unique? And we decided on this very unique project called a car cum pickup van cum generator. It's a very interesting project that we worked out. We said India में off-roading is like very less, but if we make इसी concept पे on-road vehicle, it can become a great success because I've seen कि Indian roads are not that great. So the independent suspension, ATVs have, each wheel has independent suspension, so it's great to have independent suspension on going on bad roads also, because it's very comfortable when you're sitting on that kind of a vehicle. So we created that and we made this joint venture going with Aisha. Next. Idea was the same when I started mobile phone, the Nokia to smartphone at Intex Technologies. We said, can we do something similar in a car industry also? So we created this unique car where all the strategic people sat down and thought, okay, we can do something like this. So great vehicle, very good concept vehicle was created. Next. So this concept was for smart businessmen, small businessmen who were going into producing goods in a small area and then selling into the city, or buying from the city and selling into the rural areas. And this was a car where they will have the family going, and they will also have a pickup truck also, so you can carry the goods. So one way you can take the passenger, on the way back you can get the goods going. So it's very profitable. And also we realized that, like in mobile phone earlier, you used to have many gadgets. When a person has a car, he has a motorcycle, he has a tractor, he has a diesel genset, can we give him all in one? So we got this idea that, okay, this is one vehicle which will cater to all. So it will generate electricity, it will go into doing number of other equipments running, and also doing agriculture equipments running. So बहुत सारी चीजें इसके through की जा सकती हैं. So we created this. Next. This is where I have few videos. Let me try. Can you go to the folder? Yeah. Just play on Dhoni driving Multics. So this is a very unique marketing.
And it's a wonderful picture. It's a lovely picture.
This is the car. We made a tie-up with a company where instead of a drinks trolley, this car will go on the ground in India, Sri Lanka. And after winning, Dhoni drove this vehicle on the ground.
When they come back, we'll make a strong
So it became very popular. The next day, all the newspapers, magazines, and all covered it. Can you play that TPPL launch video? Yes.
This is the man, the businessman. Every day, 57 million men just like him power the world's fastest growing economy.
Targeted at.
He has many faces, many lives, many roles. But every new role demands a new kind of vehicle. From family to business, village to city, comfort to safety. How many machines does a man really need? What he wants is a one-vehicle solution for all his roles. Enter Aisha Motors, India's leading truck manufacturer, and Polaris, the world's #1 maker of all-terrain vehicles. Together, Aisha Polaris brought muscle and might to make a machine as adaptable as the man. A machine like no other, an original invention, built, ground up. This is Multics. It seats a family of 5 and makes space to carry the tools of your business. With the Export, it makes electricity to power whatever you want. The true 3-in-1, a multi-role vehicle for multi-role people. It's a car, it's a pickup van, it's a generator, it's a powerhouse, it's a lifesaver, it's a game changer. Welcome to the world of Multics.
I'll play one more video and come back to this. Yeah. Yes, this one. So this shows the independent suspension. What is the power of independent suspension? So we compared our vehicle with the competition vehicles, Tata, Maruti, Mahindra. can see what innovation, great product, very popular, and it was really very acceptable by most of the people. They were very happy. Thanks. Great marketing as well. So this is a couple of videos I wanted to show, but in one of the interviews I was on a live on television on Sony TV answering about some of the very interesting questions. And all of that was because of relationship. You know, I was not even the main sponsor, and the relationship, how it plays, that I used to develop and help the startups right from my Yamaha days and Intex days. So there was a youngster who used to come to me and say, "Ki sir, mujhe batao main kya karu?" And I used to guide, "Okay, ye kar lo, ye kar lo." And this guy became really big. You know, he became so big that he had the rights of all the cricketing grounds globally. And he offered me, "Okay, I will help you out to market these products," and he offered all of this at a peanut price. Again, I would not share that price. Maybe in a private class I can share, but it is something that you can't even imagine, that kind of a cost, and we got it done. Great marketing because of the relationship. Now, but unfortunately, after this was done, some great marketing, some changes happened, and as a result, the company had to shut down this project. And it was very painful that, you know, you decide on this innovation, you go so far ahead, you make these changes, customers are happy, and still, you know, the foresight is there that this will really grow. But unfortunately, the time was such that the management felt that we should close down. Probably it was a good decision also, because otherwise later on there was COVID coming in, and it would have been even a deeper challenge. But what is the learning from this? That, you know, what are the basics of any business? The 4-5 P's: product, price, place, promotion, and then the people who are running it. And then also you stick to the basics, you do everything right, but sometimes there are external factors which you don't control, and suddenly a rule comes which really makes you out of the business. So you have to really keep an eye on those factors also when you're doing the business. It's very important learning that, okay, you are doing a great job, but is there any change that is going to happen which is going to change the entire business plan that you have created? And that is what started happening. The diesel prices started increasing, so the advantage of the product was that it was running like at a cost of a two-wheeler, because 25 to 30 kilometers to a liter of diesel, and diesel was almost subsidized by 35-40%. So if you compare that with the motorcycle average, which was giving 50-55, in a 1 liter of petrol, this will give 45 to 50. It's same, but it could not succeed because of various changes in the policies. So those were the critical learnings. And again, you know, this is in a summary I'm sharing. At any point of time, when anyone wants to have a detailed discussion, I can share in greater detail what happened. Already, you know, we shared about whatever social contributions I did a lot about. So I always feel that, you know, whatever you are doing, but you should always contribute back to the society. So I have always had that, and you know, when the Kedarnath tragedy happened, everybody was worried, and I was the maths teacher I told you. The chief minister of Uttarakhand at that time was Mr. Bahuguna, and Bahuguna ji's son I had taught in class 12th and 10th, and so he scored very high marks. So we had a very good rapport with him, and so I went to him just before the tragedy happens to say, "Sir, we can have these vehicles, this can do this things." But suddenly the next week this happened, and the state was in a standstill, and everybody was worried. And I said, "No, we have to support them." And I reached out to them to say, "Okay, we will go there and help people out to rescue people," and donated these vehicles. Likewise, we did it for the Nepal government when earthquake happened there, and the army chief over there invited me and my wife to come and have a state holiday over there. And there's a great respect that I got because of the contributions that we did. Also, you know, Beti Padhao, the activity that we did through a number of initiatives, from riding to promote the women empowerment and to promote girl-child education. This is another video. Unfortunately, I cannot play because I thought that it will play online. So this is a video of the actor Madhavan. He went to the girl child event in Goa, and he did speak very high about our initiative. To be very particular about me, he said very good things. and I wanted to get that and boast that in front of you, but unfortunately I cannot play the video. But it was very nice to see people who are really grow in life to support you. And that is what I built the relationship. The people who would come at almost negligible cost or no cost to support good initiatives. And so I feel that if you have a dream of doing something great, there will be people who will be coming to you and to support you in every circumstances, beyond even your imagination, the way that you felt. So you do good, like I did good of supporting startups then, and it helped me in my marketing. Like that, if you start doing good, you throw good things towards others, good things will come back to you in some form or the other. Yeah, shaping the future. So these are the two things that I feel very critically played me, singing, because I keep myself very busy and try to sing. And with the singing, what I feel is like meditation. If you pursue your hobby, it's like meditation. If you achieve whatever that you enjoy, at least you are decluttering your mind during that time. So you are not thinking about Chacha ji ne kya bola tha, us mere dushman ne kya bola tha. When you are singing or you are playing an instrument or you are reading books, because you are deep inside that and your mind is clutter free. It's like a vacuum creation, the hobbies. So hobbies should be pursued, and I do these two things, singing and astrology. I demonstrated singing. Astrology I can't do it in short time, so that will require some more time. Okay. And this is one of the TV channel where I went and sang a song live again. This is also a video, but it can't play right now. It really gave me a great opportunity. I sang and I was selected, and I stood third in the singing competition nationally. These are some of the politicians and key celebrities. It happens that you meet somebody, but you maintain relationships. It can help you tremendously in your business or in your activities any point of time. You don't know when and where. But the good thing is that you should have a great relationship. When you meet anybody, if I meet any celebrity or even a common person, if you meet, you should have that relationship. You should regard and respect the other person, and you never know when it comes back to you. So I was fortunate to meet who's and who's of the country, whether it is on the political side or on the brand ambassador side. I was very fortunate to meet all of them, and I still get to good calls from many of them, and it's a great honor to get to receive calls from them. If you just send an SMS and some celebrity calls back, you feel, wow, I've achieved, I've done something. Yeah, next. This was the biggest honor that I got when I was invited by Ramnath Kovitji on Switzerland president coming to India. And I was the lone representative from the automobile industry, where only 20 people were called from India and 20 were from Switzerland. And Prime Minister Modi was there, and I could interact freely with those dignitaries, and it was a great honor to get there. So that was, I think, one of the biggest achievement for me, to be seen as like I mean, people respect me, and even the leaders are acknowledging and they know about me. This is another thing. The Economic Times, this is something that I shared about my vision of what we should do for future. So Economic Times called me and few of the other CEOs, and I stated these three things. One, India has to invest into R&D. India has to work on R&D in energy, respecting and empowering women. And the third is educating all, because the people are not educated, so they are not able to contribute to the economy. So these are some of the dream projects where I realized that you should put a date, and I'm asking you to put a date, so I have also put a date. I want to have combine the ancient wisdom and modern science to create a natural healthcare for reversing diseases, and I want to start by 2024. So this is the time that I'm investing into knowing everything about it, and I'm getting to meet the right kind of people so that I can start on time. Eradication of poverty by 2040. You can contribute a lot, and that is why I interact with a lot of youth to empower them to grow well in life. You do their startups, you become successful, you give more employment, people will earn more money, and poverty will get eradicated. If you figure out what fuel was used in Pushpak Viman, and we can make that in India and we will start supplying to the world, poverty will get eradicated at no point, within a very short span of time. And I want to start a health club with 100 years of age. Eligibility is that you should be 100 plus. I have offered Tripathi sir definitely to be there as a first member. And I will follow. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pankaj ji. I'll hold my guns about today's presentation. Before that, I'll request our president to welcome Mrs. निवेदिता दुबे जी, जो अभी भी हमारे साथ यहाँ पे ज्वाइन हुई हैं. So, for all of your information, Mrs. Nivedita Dube is an accomplished professional in her own right. She is a senior HR professional with Airports Authority of India, and I'm sure she is the force behind the man that we just heard here today. अहम ब्रह्मास्मि सीक्रेट गेम से याद आया होगा, है ना? चलिए ठीक है, वो भी याद आया तो ठीक है, लेकिन उस पर भी मैं 2 मिनट लेता हूँ. लाइफ में जनरली ना एंकरिंग बायस हम सबको होता है. एंकरिंग बायस है ना, जो इन्फॉर्मेशन सबसे पहले मिली हमें वही सही लग जाती है. तो आम ब्रह्मास्मि को हमने एक अलग कॉन्टेक्स्ट में देखा है, तो हमको वही कॉन्टेक्स्ट पता है. लेकिन आज पंकज जी ने बताया, आम ब्रह्मास्मि को अगर हम हिंदी में ट्रांसलेट करते हैं, संस्कृत के वर्ड को अगर हम हिंदी में ट्रांसलेट करते हैं, बचपन में शायद स्कूल में, मुझे पता नहीं मराठवाड़ा में, पर मैं जहाँ विदर्भ से आता हूँ, हम स्कूल में प्रेयर्स में ये गाते ही थे, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद की जय करें. अगर आप इसे आज ही लर्निंग लेने का डिसाइड करते हैं और आप खुद की रिस्पेक्ट आज से करते हैं और इस चीज की भी रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं कि आपने आज ये सेशन अटेंड करने का डिसीजन किया, अगर आप इस चीज को ओन करते हैं, रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं, तो ये जो 1 घंटे में पंकज जी ने भी बात बताई है, किसी भी कीन ऑब्जर्वर के लिए ट्रेजर ट्रोव था. कितनी ही चीजें आप इसमें से ऐसी पिकअप कर सकते हैं जो शायद आप सालों साल ढूंढते तो मिलते नहीं जवाब. उन्होंने सवाल भी बता दिए, जवाब भी बता दिए. तो थैंक यू वेरी मच. विद दैट मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा हमारे, अच्छा अगली चीज से पहले किसी को कुछ सवाल पूछने हो तो 2 या 3 सवाल हम पंकज जी से पूछ सकते हैं, लेकिन क्रिस्प सवाल होने चाहिए. ऑडियंस में से कोई भी किसी स्टूडेंट को आप हिंदी मराठी किसी भी भाषा में पूछ सकते हैं, उनको समझने वाली भाषा में उन तक पहुंचाया जाएगा. देखो हमारे ना, मेरे एक सर थे, सर ने मैथ्स की बात बताई, तो हमारे एक मैथ्स के सर थे तिवारी सर, वो बताते थे कि जब हम पूछते हैं बेटा सब समझ गया, कुछ पूछना है, कोई बच्चे हाथ नहीं उठाते थे. तो उसके 2 ही मतलब होते हैं, या तो सब कुछ समझ गया या फिर. तो मैं पहले वाली बात को अज्यूम करके चलता हूँ कि आपको सब समझ गया. आज का 1 घंटा आपका बहुत अच्छे से इन्वेस्ट हुआ, उसमें आपको बहुत अच्छा ROI मिलने वाला है. ठीक है, फिर भी अगर किसी को सवाल पूछने का मन हो तो सेशन खत्म होने से पहले आप पूछना चाहेंगे आप कुछ, प्लीज.
Turning point in my life has been to find a great life partner, because मैं हमेशा बोलता था मैं ये अचीव करूंगा, मैं ऐसे बन जाऊंगा, मैं ये करूंगा. मैंने इसको बोला कि हम लोग जब मेरे पास कुछ भी नहीं था, मैं स्कूटर पे घूमता था, मैं इसको बोलता था कि एक दिन मैं तुम्हें मर्सिडीज पे लेके और डायमंड की शॉपिंग कराऊंगा. तो मेरा मजाक उड़ाती थी कि ऐसे बड़ी बड़ी फेंकते रहते हो तुम. तो लेकिन इसने मैं जब बोलता था मैं मार्केटिंग हेड बनूंगा, तो ये मुझे बोलते थे नहीं कौन सी कंपनी में बनोगे ये बताओ मुझे, तो यू शुड डिफाइन. तो मैं पूछता इसका क्या मतलब हुआ, बोले तुम कोई छोटी सी कंपनी बन जाओगे एंड देन यू विल से कि हाँ मैंने अचीव कर लिया. तो मैंने बोला वो कैसे करूँ, तो शी डिफाइंड, शी टोल्ड मी यू हैव टू बिकम दिस and you have to do it in a good company of repute, and I could take some of the good companies' name. I think the sole credit goes to her because she pushed me to go into those places where I thought कि maybe I would be happy with working in Allahabad only, but she said no, you grow and do something bigger. And you know, for every success there is a teamwork required, and teamwork is like if you are very good and you are doing very great job in the office, but when you get to home you get scolded or you don't get empowered, then you know you drain yourself. And if you get empowerment at home also and you do well in the office also, that is where you grow. So the teamwork is very important, and that is what I got primarily from her. And apart from that, getting blessings from Tripathi sir type of persons.
I'll now request our chairman Shri Tripati sir to sum up today's session for us. And since we came to know that he know our today's speaker since long back, to share his experience about too. Him.
अभी अभी आपने सुना नरेंद्र मोदी जी कहा करते हैं 2 इंजन की सरकार, तो पंकज जी की लाइफ में 2 इंजन की सरकार शुरू से रही। ये खुद इंजन और इनकी वाइफ भी इंजन रही। घर पे भी धक्का लगता था, ऑफिस में भी धक्का लगता था। तो ये 2 इंजन की सरकार का किस्सा आपने सुना। कमिंग बैक टू सम serious learnings and thoughts. Today I am really surprised that the boy whom I had seen as somebody talking big has really achieved big, and the kind of principles, the kind of work he has enunciated before us. Probably time was short, he could not go into details. But what I have learned, that he has been carrying out transformation in many places and based on his basic principles. It is not that he has achieved anything by fluke, he has achieved it by basic principle. Now basic principle, the first one which has caught my mind is respecting yourself and respecting others. अगर आप किसी दूसरे की इज्जत करना चाहते हैं तो पहले अपनी इज्जत करना सीखिए, और कभी भी किसी की क्रिटिसिज्म से अपने आप को नीचा नहीं समझिए। आपसे गलती हुई उसके लिए कभी भी पश्चाताप नहीं करिए बैठ के, उससे सीखिए कि मेरी गलती हुई। कॉलेज में आपके नंबर कम आए किसी सब्जेक्ट में, उसके लिए रोना नहीं, उसके लिए लर्निंग करना कि मेरे नंबर क्यों कम आए और मैं क्या करूं, और उसका फार्मूला भी उन्होंने बताया कि उस टीचर की रेस्पेक्ट करने लो। तो व्हाट यू आर डूइंग, और ये हमारी सभ्यता की सबसे बड़ी बताई हुई बात है कि आपको जिस किसी से सीखना है उसके अंदर आपको श्रद्धा और विश्वास दो रखने होते हैं। अगर आप वो जो कह रहा है उस पर विश्वास करते हो और उस व्यक्ति के प्रति आपको श्रद्धा है तो आपकी लर्निंग 100% होगी। और ये फार्मूला अगर आप लाइफ में लगाएंगे तो कभी भी आप फेल नहीं होंगे, कहीं भी किसी सब्जेक्ट में नहीं होंगे। और ये एक बहुत बड़ा एक लर्निंग है जो उन्होंने अपनी लाइफ से निकाला है। शायद आप लोग भी करते होंगे लेकिन इसको पहचानते नहीं है। आज की लर्निंग ये है कि इसे पहचानिए कि हाउ दिस कैन रियली हेल्प यू इन केस you have the faith in your person from whom you are learning, and what is being told you believe that, and then you will really be learning well. He has done transformations in various organizations. He got the smartphone manufactured by a company which was doing very basic electronics, and that company went to from a turnover of 30 crores to a turnover of 8,000 crores. So that kind of a work he has done. He has been a transformation person, and all he has achieved from these basic principles which has enunciated. We may not be able to imbibe everything in ourselves, but we can certainly imbibe, even if you imbibe one or two things. Like he said, that controlling out of your indriyas which drive you, if you control one, you can control others and gain self-confidence. Similarly, if you imbibe one good thing in your life, other good things start following. So therefore, if from this rare share today, even if you pick up one point good from the many good points which have been told, I'm sure you will make your life very successful. My compliments to Pankaj, since I have known him for a long time. It is I think about 35 years or maybe 34 years when I had met him, known him. We have been in touch from all the time. We have known each other. In fact, we met once Mr. Rajiv Bajaj in Siam gathering, and there when they were talking, he told Mr. Rajiv Bajaj that Mr. Tripathi, who works with you, was my mentor initially, and Rajiv came and told me. So we have been in touch continuously. He has been keeping some respect for me, and I have been keeping love for him, that he is growing really well and doing well for himself. And his wife Nivedita, though met my wife very few times, but then the bond they developed was really great, and I have been hearing from her number of times good things about my wife, which makes me happy that my wife also does some good things in life. So it is something which I feel has brought the old wisdom, old culture, initiative for growth of the nation. How can we work with timelines? Another important factor is work with timelines, then you will succeed. Without timelines, you will not succeed. So let's all pray that after 2 years we hear him in some of the film songs, film music, Bollywood music. So he has put the timeline as 24. So we will like to see him doing that. So it's something which I feel is a great sum of lot of good ideas which he has put together here. He has not given the case studies in detail, since that is a matter of research. But if you wish to contact him anytime, he is available. We can share his contact with you. And he wants to support all youngsters available anywhere. And therefore, anytime you need any help in terms of giving you ideas, putting you in contacts, getting you specialized guidance. He has a team of people who can give you specialized guidance. Suppose you want some engineering solution, he has people who can give you engineering solution. You want business solution, he can give you business solutions. So the consultancy which he is running is basically trying to encourage the nation, and that is why he is thinking that by 2040 he will be able to eliminate the poverty in India, and I wish him all the success. Thank you. Thank you for good listening.
मेरा एक सवाल पंकज जी से, सर 2024 के पहले इंडियन आइडल में आपको एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं? नहीं, हम करेंगे, वॉच आउट। ओके, तो आप सबको ये रेयर शेयर इवेंट का जहाँ से भी जानकारी मिलती है, कि जहाँ से भी मिली थी उसे फॉलो करते रहिए। नेक्स्ट इवेंट की बहुत जल्दी ही हम लोग अनाउंसमेंट करेंगे, और आप फिर से यहाँ पे आए, आपके साथ हमें जानकारी शेयर करने को मिले, हमें अच्छा लगेगा। और I now request our core committee member Dr. Sunil Deshpande to present a token of respect and gratitude to our today's speaker, Shri Pankaj Dube. We thank all the audience who have taken time to attend this event, our venue partner Devgiri College and the senior team here who could make all these arrangements for us possible. Thank you very much. And our friends from the media who are here, thank you very much for covering this event. We wish you a great evening. Thank you very much and look forward to see you again soon. Thank you.
हाँ थोड़ी लाउड हो गया। चारू किधर गए? आवाज लाउड नको। तो काय आला? हाँ। फोटो काढला का? काय ऍक्शन होती?